Hi there guys, this is Oliver Gillis from dogpainrelief.org. This is going to be a short video just explaining about different types of dog pain and the best treatments for dog pain as well, for the specific different types of dog pain. So I initially started researching the area of dog pain relief when my 6-year-old Labrador called Rebel actually was diagnosed of having arthritis. So obviously I was looking for different treatments that were on the market, and I had to do initially a lot of research in the area of dog pain relief. What this video is going to outline initially is just the different types of dog pain and the best treatments for them dog pain. So, in my opinion, I'd say there's three major categories of dog pain. You've got the sudden and intense pain, the kind of pain that your dog's will experience if they're in an accident, for example, if they get hit by a car, or if they actually have to go under the knife and they have an operation. And then you've got joint pain, which, believe it or not, is the most common type of pain that dogs suffer from. It's generally caused by malformed joints or arthritis. And then you've got the prolonged pain, the pain that's always in the background that can be caused by things such as old age or dental pain, for example. So, how would you treat sudden pain? One of the most strongest painkillers on the market at the moment for dogs, and the one that's most widely used by vets, is a drug called Rimadyl. Now, it is one of the strongest painkillers, and because of that you actually have to have a prescription, so you actually have to go to a vet and get a prescription before you can actually buy this drug. It's not just freely handed out to anyone, but because obviously it is a drug, there are some side effects that have been witnessed. Now, that's not to say that that's the majority, it is the minority, but there are some dogs that are more susceptible than others. So I think in 1/3 of all the cases where there have been side effects, Labradors and Retrievers have been the actual main victims in 1/3 of the cases. I've got a Labrador myself, so I chose not to give my dog Rimadyl anyway for arthritis. I chose to use other methods, which I'll talk about a bit later. But if you do want to go with Rimadyl, because it is one of the strongest painkillers you can get on the market, you have to get a prescription for it initially from your vet. But you can get it a lot cheaper than what you'll get it in a standard pharmacy if you actually get it via the web. Now, there are some very big websites. There's one specifically called 1-800-PET-MEDS, which is an extremely big company. It's the biggest online pet pharmacy in the world, I believe. They're floated on the NASDAQ, so they are a massive company, and you'll be able to get pet medications for a lot cheaper than you can elsewhere. What I've done is I've put a little explanation on my website of how you can get them and how they actually process your... I'm trying to think of the word now. What's the word? How they process your prescriptions. So essentially what you can do is just contact them, and they'll actually contact your vet as such. So it's not a case of having to go through complicated procedures to get them to process your prescriptions. Now, the most common pain that dogs suffer is joint pain, as I was saying before. What I'm doing for my dog, because it suffers from arthritis, is I'm giving them joint supplements. Joint pain is generally caused by the protective layer of the joint wearing away. This is how arthritis is caused. So when we say the protective layer, this sort of like talks about the cartilage as such. So it can generally be caused by a knock, which can lead to the displacement of a joint, or, as I was saying before, arthritis. And the way this works is just the cartilage wears down, and in some cases can expose the bones. You can get bone rubbing on bone, which is obviously very painful, and that's what causes the swelling to happen in your dogs, and that's generally what causes the pain. So there are supplements on the market that are clinically proven to reduce and reverse the breakdown of cartilage. I'm using one at the moment which contains a supplement called CM8, and again what I've done is I've outlined on my website how you can get a free bottle of this to test on your dog as such. It's all natural, so there are no reported side effects that I've witnessed anywhere, that I've seen on the web or anything like that. So it's a very good supplement, and it helps my dog quite a lot with this arthritis. Now, prolonged pain, how you can generally treat prolonged pain is with aspirin. So prolonged pain can severely impact the quality of life of your dog. So if there's always a humming pain in the background, then your dog's going to be lying around. It's probably not going to be its usual self. It's going to be appearing lazy. You probably have a loss of appetite as such. But aspirin, I mean, in many cases, it's proven to be just as effective as some of the strong prescription drugs. And the good thing about aspirin is you don't need a prescription to actually get it. So you can buy it over the counter as such, but you have to make sure it's actually dog aspirin. You can't really give your dog human aspirin, which tends to be a bit stronger. But in terms of dog aspirin, one of the best places to actually get it is Amazon, www.amazon.com. The majority of people actually think of Amazon being of getting DVDs and books from there, but you can get some good supplements for there. Now what I've done is I've written on my website a place in Amazon. I've written details of how you can actually get supplements and dog aspirin for a lot cheaper than what you'll find in the actual Amazon search results. And I've also obviously incorporated a little search function so you can search the actual Amazon website from my website as well. So in conclusion, depending upon obviously the intensity of your pain in your dog, that's going to obviously what's going to dictate the actual treatment, the methods that you go down, the methods that you use. For example, if your dog's been knocked over by a car, it's just had an operation, you're not going to really want to give it aspirin. You're going to want to go for a much stronger painkiller, something like Rimadyl. But if it is arthritis, then you're going to want to go for potentially something like aspirin, which is what I used initially for my dog. And then you're going to want to look at a supplement, something that's actually going to effectively remedy the actual underlying causes of that arthritis, and look to rejuvenate that joint. So what I'll say to you is I've written everything that I've just talked about in this video on my website. So go over there and visit it, and you can find out how you can get obviously supplements for free and how you can get cheap aspirin off Amazon. Okay, well I hope this helped. Bye.